I've been playing War Thunder for a while now, and I absolutely love this game. The game has amazing features, looks great, and requires a decent amount of skill to be good at the game. In my time playing, I have noticed a slight problem, not so much with the game itself, but the lack of information that is out there for new players that is readily available. Yes, you can find most of this information I will be talking about on the forums and on the wiki pages as they're developing, but I want to give new players who are just beginning information that I myself was seeking out and put all of that information in one spot that is easy to find. So my desire is to help new players develop in this game and learn this game as well as spare them from mistakes that I myself made. The game itself gives you information about the core mechanics of the game through tutorials and teaches you how to play the game for the most part, but they only give you basic information in regards to things such as training pilots and crews, advanced training lines and golden eagles, limitations, and other things. The first thing that I would say to any new player is to make sure that you go through the tutorials that are found in the menu at the top of your screen. Going through these tutorials will not only teach you the basics of the game as it currently stands, but it will also reward you with golden eagles, which can be used to purchase new planes, advanced training of your crew, convert experience, purchase lines, and other things. The second thing I would say to new players is that you need to plan out how you are going to play. What you want to do is plan out what kind of player you will be in the long run. An example, will you want to do more dogfighting and be a fighter, or will you be geared towards bombing or heavy attacking, or maybe possibly a mix of both? There really is no way to know what kind of player you will be without playing the game, as you might find you like one thing more than another, and therein lies the problem early on. Because you need to invest in your planes and in your crew, and if you are just finding out what kind of player you are, you might put things in certain areas that you don't want to. So I hope that this video and videos to come will help you in regards to saving you from mistakes that I made personally early on. So probably what you want to do early on is play a few matches with your reserve planes until you hit an early level, and then recruit a new crew by purchasing this in the tab below, and then buy a bomber to try out and put that bomber in that crew position. After you've done this, play a few matches with the bomber and then the fighters, and then find out which one you like more. Chances are you'll probably like a mix of both, and as most people do that, and you will probably either keep a bomber or a heavy attacker in the long run. The fact of the matter is, you need to be a mix of both, or at least a fighter and a heavy attacker with the capability of bombing, as taking out enemy planes gets you a lot of experience as well as taking out bases and ground targets. Once you've decided how you will be playing the game, and it may be subject to change after a while as you might find that you like things better than others over time, you can start to develop your crews. The reason why you want to plan out early on is so that you don't waste crew points. First of all, crew points have limitations, and so does your overall level. Crews also start to cost a lot to develop, and you actually have to do good with a selected plane to even get crew points in the first place. So you need to be very specific about how you develop your crews and spend your crew points. The first thing to note, or something that I would do personally, is that you should try to specialize your crews, as a fighter crew will be inefficient if you're also training it to be like a bomber or a heavy attacker crew. If you look under the crew tab, you will notice there are several overall tabs: the pilot tab, the gunner tab, ground service, and qualification. The pilot tab will apply to all planes regardless of the plane and the crew itself. You want to always develop this tab, but certain things within the tab may help certain planes and crews out more than others. An example, keen vision may help you dramatically when it comes to bombing, but G-tolerance on the other hand will help you with faster planes such as higher ranked jets. If you are a fighter, for example, you want to primarily focus on G-tolerance, stamina to some extent, and vitality. The gunnery tab is the part that gets a lot of people confused. The first thing to note is that none of these skills listed here affects the player itself. The skills are all used for the AI gunners. Once again, the skills are all used for your AI gunners. I made the mistake early on with a different account by placing a lot of points in this tab thinking it would help me overall, but unfortunately, I was wrong. Do not make this exact same mistake, as it can cost you a lot. An example, adding more accuracy or precision will not make you shoot more accurately with your main guns or your cannons. These will only help you with your AI gunners. Another important thing to note is that they will not even help you if you take over the gunner seat, gunner view when flying your aircraft. So if you're a bomber or a heavy attacker, you can have serious added defense by ranking these skills high without worrying really much about your AI gunners not doing their job, because they're AI. They're going to do their job and they're going to hit accurately. You do, however, want to focus on certain things in this area. Accuracy and precision might be the two most important. However, vitality is just as big of a thing to worry about, as you don't want your gunners being shot dead from behind. Also, you don't want them falling unconscious due to G-force, so you want to equip them with added G-tolerance and stamina to retain their accuracy as well. Another interesting and possibly confusing area is ground services. The ground services tab may not be that big of a deal early on, but it does play a huge role later. The primary thing you probably want to focus on early on is reload speed and overall, as this obviously will dictate how often you can be in engagements. This affects how quickly weapons are reloaded in the match as well as on the airfield, and like I said, it is one of the most important skills, especially in arcade mode. This will work for all guns, rockets, and bombs. Another thing that might play an important role if you do this in game is repair speed. Having a higher skill in repair speed will dictate how fast your plane repairs if you land on an airfield in game or when you're on the airfield back in your hangar. Now the important thing about repair speed in game is that if you land on the airfield and you don't have any repair speed, it's going to take you like a minute 20 seconds to repair your plane, and the chances are someone's going to fly by and get a really easy kill. Now when you're back at your hangar, the reason why it might not seem like you need it early on is because you get free repairs, but things take longer and become more costly later on if you aren't ranked high enough in repair speed and repair rank. Another important thing to know is that this skill is usually heavily affected by auto repair and can wind up costing you a good deal of money if you do not turn that off. So make sure that you disable this feature on the lower left of the screen while on the hangar screen. Repair rank is another very important skill later on as well. This is the maximum rank of an aircraft that a mechanic can repair. So this ties into repair speeds, as it won't repair any faster unless your repair rank is at least as high as your plane's overall rank. So these are very important things to note, and a lot of people don't really realize this early on, and they don't put any points in, and then it winds up costing them a lot more down the road. The qualification tab is where you can choose to upgrade your crew qualification for a specific plane. The qualifications are basic, expert, and ace. The expert qualification adds 30 levels to keen vision, visibility, fire accuracy, precision, repair speed, and reload speed. Ace adds an additional 20 levels on top of that. In order to upgrade the qualification, your crew's combined skill must meet the specific requirement for a specific plane. The overall total can be found at the top of the crew box where it says crew rank. Once you meet this qualification, you can feel free to spend money and upgrade your crew qualification. I sincerely hope you guys found this information very helpful and it saved you from mistakes and problems early on. Now I don't know how long all of this information will remain accurate, as the game is in beta and is changing and is subject to balancing and other things, so be on the lookout for more tutorials and guides ranging from a basic level to more advanced levels. If you liked this video, please let me know by clicking the thumbs up button below and subscribe to my channel for more War Thunder content along with content from other various games. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the skies.